Let's take a look at how to service your telescopic AL pole. The first thing you want to do is slightly extend each section and then remove the screws that hold the clamps to the pole sections. You need an H3 key, a hexagonal key. Put the screws on to the side. Okay, the next step is to pull out each section slightly with a clamp attached to the section in front of it, just like so, and then start taking them out from the top. Remove the top section first. When you get to the end of the section, you have two plastic clips. They're very important. Put them to a side. Remember which one is from which section, and do the same with the next one. Now to remove the clamp, slide it off towards the end of the pole, and in order to do that you need to cut off the stop tape. Just use a Stanley knife for this. And now the clamp can easily slide off. And do that with each section. Then wipe each section with a bit of surface cleaner and a clean microfiber cloth. Do the same with the end clips. And with the replacement clamps that you received from us, just make sure you remove the screws that screw the clamps onto the pole sections. Put them onto your side. And let's now reassemble the pole. The first thing you'd want to do is slide the clamp on, the first clamp for the thinnest section, the top section, and make sure that it's aligned with the top insert hole on the top and not onto the side. If that is onto the side, you'll struggle to extend the pole. So this is the correct position in which the clamp should be. And also, if you slide the clamp all the way to the end, you'll notice that you've got these two holes that have got to be onto the sides of the clamp. Okay, so what you want to do next is take the measure tape and leave at least 10 centimeters from the edge of the clamp to the end of the pole section, and redo the stop tape. You can use any electric tape for this job. Start applying it from this side of the clamp, like so, and just follow the line of the outside of the clamp. Going once over is enough, and then just cut it off. Make sure it overlaps. Okay. The next thing you would like to do is refit the two end clips. And take the next section. And you have an indication of which is the right position to refit the following section. If you notice here on the jaw of the pole, there is a bevel, and this beveled edge needs to be on this side because it will go underneath the following clamp. And if you do it the other way around, again you'll struggle to extend the pole smoothly. So it's got to be onto this side. So when you slide it back in, you see that the pole section has got a rib at the top and at the bottom, so that fits just perfectly here where the two end clips of this section are. And just gently wiggle it in, up and down, until you get to the pole clamp, and with just a minor screwdriver open the jaw of the clamp and then push the section in, and then collapse the first section. Not all the way, just leave it slightly like so, and put it onto a side. Get the next clamp, make sure you get the right size, fit the next clamp. Again, make sure you're in line with the clamp that you've already fitted. Measure 10 centimeters. Again, apply stop tape. Cut it off. And then the next set of end clips. I mean, you could do without these if you wish, but then the pole sections will be spinning against each other. It's not a big problem. If these don't do the job anymore, you can do without them. Again, make sure the beveled edge is on this side and just slide it in. Wiggle it in, up and down, smoothly. If that doesn't work, just try again. If something's not right, just keep trying until it goes in the right position. Same process. Open the jaw of the clamp and fit it in. And then again, collapse the pole at the top. And then finally, the last clamp goes on. Make sure it's in line. Measure the 10 centimeters at the end. Fit the stop tape. Like so. Fit the end clips. And finally the handle section. You'd know whether you've done it correctly so far because this needs to be at the top. If it's the other way, then you've missed the bevel here, which should be on this side, because that will actually go right between the jaw of the clamp and the lever. So that's actually preventing the pole section to come out in use. So this is the last section to be fitted. And just wiggle it in, up and down, and then open the jaw, push it in, and then collapse the pole. The only thing you need to now make sure is that the clamps are all in line. If they're slightly out, just adjust it by opening the lever, like so. Seem okay. And you do not need a lot of tension on these screws, so don't overdo it. You might damage the clamp itself or the screws. So on a power drill like this little Bosch that I have here, the setting onto 7 screw control is good enough. Put the nut in, hold it with your thumb, and then just screw in the screw. If you've successfully managed to replace the clamps on your AL pole, whether you need to just service your old pole or you got new clamps from us, that's the way to fit them. And if this feels slightly loose or there isn't enough grip, you can always adjust it, by hand. These are screws that can be adjusted so that the pole works smoothly. And finally, refit the end cap, or you can refit that once you have fitted the hose back on.